Yeah. Okay. Okay, Emily, thanks for interviewing with me. Number one, how would you define the term curriculum?
Okay, I think I would define curriculum as, it's the big picture. So the standards and the benchmarks, and it's like the roadmap that the teacher follows.
Definitely, I agree. Number two, who are the people that create curriculum for a school or school district?
I feel like it's people who aren't even in the school. It's like we have Arrow curriculum, and so those are people that spend their life working on this curriculum.
Yeah.
And they're revamping it, and I suppose they're educators.
Probably, I hope.
Yeah, but I really don't know. I don't know like what's their background, but typically there's a woman that comes to the ASA fair all the time, or the ASA conference all the time for Arrow, and I know she has an educational background. That's as much as I know about her.
Hopefully they're like experts of some sort.
But it's kind of like MAP. Who are the people that make MAP and keep MAP going?
I know.
They're just this other entity out there.
Yeah, true. Is Arrow for profit, I wonder? No, I don't think so. Anyway, okay, side note. Number three, why are certain topics included and excluded in a curriculum?
Okay. I'm trying to think of a reason why a topic would be included would be because it's something that's an important piece of a child's educational journey, or what we want as a result of their time in the school.
Mm-hmm.
So excluded maybe is, there's details, right? Like we have lesson plans. You don't have that kind of thing in a curriculum. You just have the big picture.
Specifics.
Yeah, I don't. Or it's just because it's not deemed important.
Well, there's so much time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, I agree. Four, in your past educational experiences, I think as a student, how much input did you have on deciding the curriculum?
I don't remember having any input at all. I don't even remember having access to knowing what the curriculum was. I remember knowing okay, if I do well on this one test, then I get to be in the AP English class. Something like that, but not anything beyond that. Here's your list, your schedule of classes for the year, and there's the book.
I don't either. I don't even remember what my students do today. I don't even remember having choices on projects. Even the topic of projects, I couldn't diversify. I just remember doing what the teacher said.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. And then the big question. Take any direction you'd like.
Okay.
What do you feel are the main subjects, topics, content, and or process skills that should be in today's curriculum, school curriculum? And then why did you choose those?
Okay. If I think on the curriculum we have the language arts, we've got the math and science, and we also have an extra piece that's the language development, which is I like that we have that acknowledgement that you might be learning another language, or that there's just language development issues like speaking and listening. And now we're adding that technology piece, which isn't automatically a part of our Arrow curriculum. So that would be something that I think should be a part of, but more in that question, I think it says skills. And definitely a skill focus as opposed to a list of things that should be done. I think anything that focuses on process, how do kids have a process for learning new things. And then once they have that process, it doesn't matter the subject area or the content, they've got that process for taking it in.
Do you think that's represented in most curriculums, that skill part? Yeah, me neither.
No, and I think that I've seen right now I'm training 5 aides who have almost zero experience with education. They want to do a good job. So they want to make sure that they've taught this particular, let's say, phoneme to a kid, like the AI phoneme, for example.
Right.
And And they feel like if that child doesn't learn that AI phoneme after 2 weeks of work on it, then they haven't done the right job.
Mm-hmm.
And now what do I do? Is, well, teach them how to learn phonemes, not that phoneme.
Yeah.
So it's just like, that to me, that's like the essence, like I'm trying to do with these aids. It's like, teach them a process for learning.
Yes.
It's their job to learn.
Right.
They're gonna, what are they gonna do when you're not next to them?
Yeah, within the whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, the typical lifelong learning skills that we want them to have.
Exactly.
I totally agree that that's lacking. 6. So do you, maybe this kind of goes with the last one. Do you feel today, the curriculum in today's school is meeting the goals of education? Why or why not?
I think in some ways it is. I mean, that depends on what you see the goals of education. And I think that comes down to, like, to philosophies. There's a broader philosophy that's governing us all. You know, like if you look at the Common Core, and they're saying that there's that basic kind of thing that children need, and then there's the big science, technology, engineering, and math push from people like Bill Gates and government officials who, you know, it's, I don't know, think back to that race with Russia, right?
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
But the goals of education, I can think about like what my goals are. I don't know if they, but like to be like functioning and contributing members of a global society. So a lot of our curriculum isn't necessarily geared towards that. I don't think it's geared towards making sure that we have enough to compete with other countries, but that's not the same thing.
Yeah, maybe it's more like a baseline or like a minimum or something.
Right, like what do we have to do to still be viable and have jobs and maintain a certain, I don't know, productivity level as a species.
Yeah, instead of like an excellence, like
a
higher level.
Exactly.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you, Emily, for your interview.
Oh, that was easy.
Signing out.